1994, China. China in 1994, it had one bridge over river or whatever, one bridge over a river that was more than 122-meter high. Now, out of 12 high altitude bridges in the world, China has 10 bridges. Out of 12 highest bridges in the world, out of 12, 10 is in China now. Earlier, until 1994, there was nothing. Okay, China was a developing country. Now, China is a developed country. Not only that, the highest export from any country around the globe is from China. The smartphone that is considered as the kind of milestone in the electronic science, the smartphone, 80% of the smartphone that is being used globally are from China. So China is something that made a supernova explosion in 21st century, and it is leader in many of the items. China is number one as far as export of the electronic goods is concerned. From developing nation, it transformed into a rich nation, it transformed into a developed nation. Now there are bridges in China that are being built. I believe one or two would be ready. There are more than that will be more than 600-meter high from the ground. 600 meters. In 1994, there was one bridge that was ever 122-meter high. This is China nowadays. In that fashion, when China is doing a kind of mind-blowing job in technology, there is a train that Chinese company, I believe CRRC, that is the name of the company. It has built a high-speed train called CR450AF. AF. CR450AF. This is the new railway bullet train. This is not maglev train. Maglev train, a train which runs through magnetic field. It won't touch the track. There is no track at all. It won't touch the track. Down the line, magnets will be kept and that will be controlled. Magnetic field will keep changing. You can watch our video on the how maglev train works. The magnetic field north pole south pole will keep changing, and train will have magnets, and down the line will have magnet. If magnet north pole and south pole keep changing, then north pole they do the deflection, and north pole and south pole they do the attraction. If this is the railway, if this is the railway bogie, and down of the railway bogie, north pole, south pole, or north pole and south pole magnet is there, and during on the track, north pole and south pole is there. If there is north pole, they will deflect each other. Well, south pole will attract this north pole, south pole will deflect south pole. Train will, because of attraction and because of deflection, train will move forward. As soon as it moves forward, the north pole will be in front of south pole. It will switch its polarity, and it will become south pole, and another will become north pole, and then again attraction will happen in the corner diagonally. Again it will move. Keep changing the north pole, south pole, it will start moving. That is maglev train. And China has it is already running maglev train in Shanghai airport. It is costly. And China has declared that it will run maglev train at 1000 km per hour. Anyway, we are talking about normal electrical train that is AMU based, some AMU based that we will see, some electrical model of the train that will run on the wheel only, but it will run at 400 km per hour average speed. There is no train in the world which runs at 400 hour per hour at average speed. It may catch 400 kilometer per hour in some span of the time. There is a high speed train in the Spain. There is a high speed train Eurostar between Paris and London. These are the high speed trains. There is a high speed train between Shanghai and Beijing. But none of the train they cross 300 km per hour on average speed. 4.5 hours it takes to go 1200 km from the Shanghai to Beijing. That will be considered as average speed 400. But this train CR450, the normal bullet train, electrical train, it will give, it will now, it will give 400-kilometer average speed. It is now going to bring revolution, and it is manufactured by some company in China, and they are in mood to sell it. Now worldwide, the train scenario will completely change. If CR450 is being sold out the way the smartphone from China, it has changed the world as far as the telephony or internet world is concerned, completely made a revolution. In that sense, it is expected that CR450 is going to make a revolution around the globe. In that sense, distance between I believe Washington DC and New York is some 200 kilometers or something like that. That distance will be covered in 45 minutes. Just 45 minutes from New York to Washington DC. Berlin to Paris. Berlin to Paris, it will be a matter of 2 hours or 3 hours that I'll read it through. Shanghai to Beijing right now it is 4.5 hours or something like that. It will happen merely in 3 hours. Delhi to Bombay, Delhi to Mumbai, right now it is 24-hour journey in Indian train, 24-hour journey. That will be reduced to 3.5 hours, just 3.5 hours. No need to have very costly track or whatever. Normal, the iron track, normal steel track, in that it will run and it will give 400 average speed. Maximum, it has got 450 kilometer per hour. In very rare case, it was seen 453 kilometer per hour also. But biggest, I think high speed train runs between Makkah and Medina also. But none of them average speed is more than 300 kilometers. If you take the departing time and reaching time to the destination, and if you divide it by the length, then it will not be more than 300 kilometers per hour. In that sense, this train will guarantee it will give 400 kilometers per hour. This is considered as a major revolution in the railways. Okay, so China is changing the world. Everywhere Chinese technology, everywhere, wherever you go, in the construction, in the civil engineering, Chinese technology, in the or in the kind of alloy, iron alloy, steel alloy, whatever you see, China. Yes, you see scissor, you scissor to whatever you see, all are Chinese. Yes, very cheap and very durable. Whatever item you see, fountain pen, China. Mean the nib through which you write, that is the alloy what they make. It goes for years without a small deviation. So Chinese technology everywhere, they are ruling. I won't say they are ruling. They are far ahead of anyone. The Xiaomi mobile of China, that is the world leader kind of thing, it cost $100, whereas Apple mobile it cost $1,500. Means 15 times more, and quality there is no much difference. This is what I think. Not much difference. Not 15 times difference. Anyway, so this is China new train CR450AF. 450 they have given name because it will touch maximum speed of 450 kilometer per hour. But its average speed will be 400 kilometer per hour. It is manufactured by a company called CRRC, King Dua Sifang. This is this is the name of the company, CRRC King Dua Sifang. Okay, 2020 this project was commenced, and 2023 they made a trial run. 2025 this year it is expected that it will come into practice. Okay, the first line it will kind of Fuzhou Xiamen. Fuzhou is a town or something. In Xiamen is a province out there. Two, Zhangzhou Fujian. Fujian is a state. Zhangzhou is a place. Means Fuzhou in Xiamen to Zhangzhou in Fujian. There kind of there it is considered. Oh, I'm sorry. There it was a test. There it was tested. Test run was done in 2023 along this route, Fuzhou Xiamen to Zhangzhou Fujian. Okay, so this is the condition 2025. It is expected to be tested, and it will be tested on Chengdu Sichuan is a state there. Chengdu would be a place. Chengdu, Sichuan to Chongqing in south is southwest China. There, there is a upcoming railway network. They are building a new railway track between Sichuan to Chongqing, and there they will make it run on the first go only. Okay, so this is what the 400 kilometer per hour average speed. An aeroplane gives much lower than that. Bad to say, but if you see the domestic aeroplane, if someone is going to consider someone is going to Delhi okay, Delhi to how much? Delhi to Bombay, that is 1400 kilometer. Delhi to Bombay is 1400 kilometer, and it will easily take on the flight time only. It will take around 1.5 hour, more than that. Consider it is flying at very high speed, 1.5 hour. Then person who is reaching airport, he has to leave his home at least 3 hours prior in Delhi, at least, or 4 hours prior, because of the congestion on the road here and there, he will reach 2 hours prior. It is required 4 hours prior. Then he will get down of the air. While getting down and going out, it will take easily half an hour. 4 hours, half an hour, 1.5 hours, 6 hours. 6 hours coming out of the airport. Airport is far away from any town, whereas railway stations are inside the town. From there again 1 hour. How much? 7 hours. 7 hours for 1400 kilometers, whereas this train will reach in 3.5 hours. So this is faster to aeroplane. This is going to make a revolution. Anyway, let's see the feature of this train. This train will length of 211 meter. 211 meter, that big the train will have, and it will one bogie will be 25 meter long, and its width of the bogie is 3.36 meter. 11 feet will be the width. Okay, the record speed of this train is 453 kilometer per hour. Track gauge, the width of the track is 4 feet 8.5 inch. That is typically a narrow gauge. The track is very small. In broad gauge in India, it is 6 and 5 feet 6 inches. 5 feet 6 inches is the width of the track. That is the broad gauge. It is narrow gauge 4 feet 8.5 inches. It is less than. It will take less space as far as the width of the track. Narrow gauge train, a track 4 feet 8.5 inches, 1435 centimeters. Much less than the broad gauge that is in India. This is called research. 25 kilowatt 50 hertz electrical line will be there. 25 kilovolt, 25,000 volt. That is the voltage. Anyway, axle that is touching the wheel. Axle load will be 45 tons or something like that. 552 passengers in a train they can go. Okay, this is AMU type, that is electrical multiple unit type of this train. Okay, Delhi to Mumbai is around 1400 kilometers. It will go in 3.5 hours. Berlin to Paris, that is 1050 kilometers, and it will fly in 2 hours 30 minutes, 2.5 hours only. Berlin to Paris. New York to Washington, that is 368 kilometers, and it will go in 45 minutes only. Now, America is not known for very high speed train. I am certain that any train, normal train from the New York to Washington DC, it will be taking more than 2 hours. It will be in 45 minutes. Okay, Beijing to Shanghai, that is right now 4.5 hours, that is 1312 kilometers. It will run in 3 hours. Okay, this is amazing. Miss China, I'm not saying China, you are marvelous, you are amazing. What China you are, everyone knows about you. But China engineering side, the scientists in China, the engineers in the China, they are attracting everyone around the world. Whatever they are making, it is nowhere. American product, they were considered as the biggest, the highest engineered for products, they are looking like a dwarf, small in front of Chinese technology nowadays. Anyway, we wish all the best to the CRRC company and please do better than this and so that we will be astonished